keys, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with
It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium, right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Very pleased to be with you for another season of NFL football. And, Charles, we are no stranger to rivalry games between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. What is different is that the roles have kind of been Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Trubisky. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's Taylor on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won Comeback Player of the Year last season simply for his statistics. Here we go. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Trubisky's throw there hauled in by Claypool.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll put the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, 1 in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now it's Trubisky. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of... The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 30 yards. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after? end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now, here come the Bengals.
Here we go.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Miles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up. I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
2nd and 12. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon from 19 yards away. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives him a chance. Relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Boswell's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached half. Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mixon with a first down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started. Back to Mixon on second down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
They'll run it with Pirine and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Samaje Pirine denied on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Play action. It's Trubisky. He gets it complete to Harris. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Four yards remain for second down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's got some space here. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Trubisky will throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And that big game may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The fullback won, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Absolutely. Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They go play action with Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Trubisky. Forced, and he's going to go down again. Sam Hubbard in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 1st down. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost off.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Here's Austin. Gets past 1 man. Now a hit and a loose football. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Najee Harris from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Now Burrow on first down.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's... Yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
Fielded right around the 8. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Let's do this, man.
Harris running straight ahead. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed.
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track hall with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, man, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarter